Hey Nikki, what's going on, man? Wanted to get this out. I finally got a new mic. Hopefully, my dog won't chew this one up. But I wanted to, first things first, if I could ask you, could we get on this last work order um, one more coin? I think we have four tiers right now. I think as the game progresses, we're going to need another tier. So I was thinking about doing, because I like this one as tier four, this platinum one. I love the look of this. It's like real sleek compared to the other ones, which are like nuggets. I think it's got great progression as far as like the hierarchy goes. So if we could take this design and maybe flip it, maybe make it gold on the outside and like platinum in the middle or something, and maybe slightly bigger, have a different shine to it. Something that looks similar to this but gold. I think like gold will be the highest tier color. Um, if we could just get one more coin, that would be awesome. And then you can throw whatever kind of money you think it would take to do this on our next work order. Um, and that next work order being, I wanted to jump into the bosses, but I think what I really want to do is actually just get the ultimate attack out of the way, because it's like one of the last pieces to like the puzzle as far as like gameplay goes. So what I was thinking for the ultimate attack, basically when you have the special bar completely maxed out, you can press the control button to kill all the enemies on the screen, which reveals higher tier coins and all that good stuff. Um, what I was thinking was to create an actor, um, and it's just going to be a doodad. It's not going to have a collision box or anything like that because everything's currently working. I just need some kind of visual stimulant for the player. So I was thinking about just producing this big ass cross. You can see here where my mouse is. If we just had, and obviously, I suck at drawing, but I like it to be like I have this idea of it being really like have these really like see where my mouse is here, these really like fine gothic pointy points to it, and then this like fire. I don't know if you even want it to be fire. I definitely want the cross to be like red, like blood red, and the cross itself can like blink. And if you wanted to do your thing and go crazy with some details in here or some kind of design in here, some gothic design, that would be awesome. And then like the outside just needs to have either some kind of glow or like I drew this jagged like flame, whatever's easier. I don't want to get into, I know nothing's easy, but I think if you were to like animate like fire on the edge here, it would take a really long time. Maybe we do like some kind of blink or like lighting effect that you do, or just like a something animated on the outside here to like really sell this idea. So basically what's going to happen with this cross, it's going to be large. It has to be large because it has to pretty much dominate the screen. So here's the game playing, and I'm glad you like the new gameplay. I think it really is coming together nice. Um, the gems look great, the power ups look great. I put some new explosion effects in there where like it's actually a behavior that is on a current thread on Stencil, and Liberato actually posted this amazing behavior that basically uses like image API, and it like scans your actor into an image and then just busts it apart into particles. It might be kind of hard to see if you're not playing, but basically I have all these enemies when they die explode into particles themselves, and then I even did that effect onto the smoke effect as well, and it just gives a really nice explosion effect. So everything's looking great. I'm really, really happy with the game right now. I think it plays like a dream. I love the new special buttons that we're doing and the power ups. I think it adds a lot of dynamic to the gameplay. Like, oh, and I got the watch the gun damage right here. Let some enemies come on the screen. I grow the bullet now when you hit your damage, and you just have godhood for 10 seconds. Um, and I'll definitely make a different sound effect. So yeah, everything's really looking good. So let me just try to build up my special here, so we can get. So I mean, the screen right now the screen size that I use for this game is 960 by 720. what I'm going to do is it doesn't have to be that big because I know that's a huge sprite. But I want it to be fairly large, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of grow it. So I'm going to grow it to its maximum. So like right now I got my special full, so it's like 1, 2, like boom. So I was hoping on producing this big, where my mouse is, this big cross. So if the screen right now is 960 by 720, that's 1.5 times bigger than the standard 640 by 480 screen. That's how I got that number. So maybe you start with that. Maybe you work with the transparency when you start to draw this at 640 by 480, and within that transparency, you make this cross. And then when I put it in my game, I'll basically grow it to 150% height and width over maybe like a second and a half. And then I'll probably even do that really cool behavior where it scans it into an image and then it breaks apart. So the cross will basically like grow really big, really fast. And the cross, I might even put some opacity on it. I might turn the opacity down to like 70% so you can kind of see through it. And then when it gets at its largest, it'll kind of shatter into like a bunch of different pieces. And I might even put like a really cool like glass shattering like sound effect on it. Once we can start getting into sound effects and stuff, this game is gonna like just really come to life, man. Oh, and by the way, you had asked about the shop before. It's this scene. I mean, this is all placeholders right now, but you can see where my mouse is the gold, and then like I do little, when you hover over here. I mean, all these buttons are definitely gonna change, and I definitely would like you to do them if you're up for it later. And we'll have different animations. We'll have like a darkened out animation if you don't have enough gold. Then we'll have a regular animation, and then we'll have a hovering animation. And sound effects and everything. So you can go into here and upgrade. So I have 5,000 gold right now, and I'll upgrade my guns a little bit or my crossbows. And everything evolves once it hits 5 levels. So like right now, my dash attack is at level 10, so I have 2 evolutions on it. And I've been trying to level up this sword attack. I'm at level 14 now. I'm 1 away. I need 9 now. Like the things start getting pretty hefty in cost as you start going up. So I think it's actually balanced pretty well. And I'll have to tweak things, as the game goes on, and we start getting these levels in. But you can see how big the sword is. Well, the gun upgraded too, so you can see the bullets in the gun get bigger, and you can see how big the sword is now. I basically grow the sword by 50% every single time you get an upgrade on it. And you can see the dash attack. You notice the like doppelgangers that pop out of it. It can really just like wreck the battlefield. When that thing's fully upgraded, it sends out 5 different like flame attacks upon collision, and it can just wreck the battlefield. So that's kind of the reason why I had to switch from the combo system. I kind of knew it was coming, but like as you start leveling these things up, making combos was just so easy. I was seeing that I was filling the bar so fast, like, it didn't even matter. It became obsolete. The bar didn't matter at all. So I feel like this power-up system's so much better. These icons are amazing. Dude, I love the haste one with the boot and the wing, and the damage one is so cool. So things are really shaping up nice. I'm really happy with this game so far, and I'm really proud of it. And you're a big part of why it's looking so nice. So I wanted to really thank you. But yeah, I mean, for right now, if we could just get that coin, a higher tier, that last tier coin, and then the cross, and let me know what you think as far as size go, or and definitely let me know what a price is on this, because it's a big sprite. I know it's big. But I think we really need a big sprite here to sell this. I'm hoping there won't be any performance issues. I don't think there should be, because I can take off box 2D and just do simple physics with it, and have no collisions on it, turn continuous collisions off. If I have to import it as an image and use the image API with it, I'll do that, but I'll figure out a way to flash this thing. I think this thing doesn't actually collide with anything. It should be fine just flashing onto the screen quickly and then growing the size of the screen without performance issues. I mean, one thing I'm really happy about with this game is the performance. I mean, this game right now I'm playing this right now on Newgrounds. I mean, there's so many explosions for a Flash game with so much stuff going on. you know, this thing handles and plays so nice. It runs really well in Flash. I've been doing some .exe versions for hopefully getting a Steam version going, and you know, it handles obviously even better in that when you're running it as a as a executable. So I mean, this game's really shaping up nice, man. So let me know your thoughts on the Cross, and you know, after that's done, it's time for the bosses. I've got some ideas. I think the bosses are going to be killer. They're going to be tough, but I've got a bunch of really good ideas with the boss that they'll be complicated, but I think I can do it in a way that will make sense to you, you know, and you know, won't be, you know, like I said, nothing's easy, but we'll get it done, and you know, I think I can present these sprites to you in a way that, you know, will be easy, and I can just put them together at the end, you know. All right, man, later on.